dear noble Sangha. This morning's ceremonies, we will begin with 10 minutes of guided sitting meditation, followed by the sharing of breath of Yung to bring us into the spirit of the ceremony. Then we'll have offering incense, and we'll touch the earth to our ancestor with the 4 gratitudes. And we'll have Diane Little Eagle invited the Native American to give us blessings for allowing us to be here. And then Brother Namsak and Sister Hai Chiu will offer us the songs written by Sister Tu Vao, and the lyrics are by the Buddha in Thai, called The Watering Seas of Joy. And then we will have a processions to offer our sacred gift to our ancestors. And we'll end with a beautiful big circle to be able to welcome our ancestors and also to see all of our beautiful faces that are here in this hall.
Breathing in, I'm here for my in-breath from the beginning to the end. Breathing out, I'm here for my out-breath from the beginning to the end. In, out. Breathing in. I'm here for my ancestors in each of my in-breath. Breathing out. I'm here for my ancestors in each of my out-breath. Ancestors in, ancestors out-breath. Breathing in, I enjoy breathing with my ancestors and the community of practice. Breathing out, we cherish each other's presence and practice. Enjoy breathing in with ancestors and the community. Cherish our presence. This. Breathing in, I feel that my ancestors are breathing in peacefully in me. Breathing out, I feel that my ancestors are smiling gently in me. Ancestors breathing peacefully. Ancestors smiling gently.
Dear Thai, dear community, uh, it's a very special occasion, this retreat. We have this ceremony that we normally don't have for the beginning of any retreat. Normally when we begin a retreat, we'll chant the name of the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara to send compassion to ourselves and to all those in the world, because it's really a privileged condition for us to have the time, to have the space and support from our families and to be here. But this retreat, we also have a ceremony to honor and invite all our ancestors. I mean, we normally should do that anyways in all that we do, but this is very beautiful to create an altar. And some of us might be new to this, what it means. So I think in the human family, in our evolution as a human species, we use symbols, objects, and rituals to remind ourselves that we are not an individual, that everything, including our ancestors, our parents, our culture, and also to expand that, to transcend that, to include the whole entire human family, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, and this whole ecosystem that supports ourselves. And so our mind, the human mind at least, is we suffer a lot because of our ideas of separation of us and other. And so this altar that we'll create is to celebrate the beautiful diversity of the human family. So we've each been asked to bring an object to kind of help us remember. Of course, it's more than that object. It is in every cell of our body, and we live and breathe our ancestor. And so what the altar represent is like a place. I sometimes share it, it's like a bank account of spirituality. So the more you remember your ancestor, the richer you are. And that includes not just the wonderful things about it, but also the weaknesses and mistakes that our ancestors have done in any culture, right? So for me, when I practice touching the earth to my ancestor, was that when I was a young boy, I did it when I got an A in class. You know, my grandma asked me to go light an incense. You know, when you achieve something, you know, you don't achieve it separately, and you achieve it with your ancestors, and as well as you thank them, and you for the grade is kind of strange. But then I got $1 after that, though. But it was a beautiful culture that I'd only understood when I grew up, you know. But I did it because of the dollar, of course. I live in America, capitalist. But it's so beautiful that I had to do that. And then when through Thai's teaching, I also learned that when I had difficulty, there was a period when I was a monk, I had some depression, and I didn't know a way out. And I remember going to the transformation hall and just prostrating and having a conversation. So the altar is a place where you visualize, you have a conversation, and you let go of this, the things that you hold that's heavy on your heart, and you don't need to have it all worked out. So it's not through thinking. So the conversation is more than words. The conversation is your cells, is your body. And so I lay there, and so that posture that we learned last night from Brother Mangte and Sister D is that posture is you touch the earth, and so that you can remember the earth and all that Mother Earth has created, right? All the human beings, all the different culture. So when sometimes that nonverbal communication with our body, with our gesture, in front of our altar that represents all the streams that are flowing through us as energy, as cells, as a culture. So this is for me my practice of community. So this is very what do you call it? We're going to get to see all kinds of objects and to celebrate that, and we invite all of our ancestors to practice here with our retreat, this whole 5 days that we'll have together. And this is to help us have access again, and also to transform and heal anything that we bring that's heavy in our heart. And that's very important in accessing and connecting with our ancestor, is that when we remove these blockages, and all of a sudden there's a whole new stream of energy that we have, and we feel very connected to our ancestor. And that's my pattern. When I feel suffering, is usually because of a blockage. And so our ancestor is a place where we can do our spiritual investment, as well as we'll learn some practices here. So, the altar is one spot, but bring them with you when you go to the dining hall, when you go to walking meditation, when you're by yourself, when you're with other people, you invite them to be with you. So this is our collective to be on the left and right here. And along with that, all of our symbols will be put there, and the whole retreat will be reminded of that. So we'll begin with incense offering. And incense offering here is just from our tradition of offering fragrance, offering flowers, offering tea. So the incense there is like to offer the fragrance of ourselves, so honor them. And then touching the earth as well. When you touch the earth, just let go and have that conversation with your whole being, with your whole body, okay? And then you'll hear a text being read before we touch the earth to 4 particular ancestors that will, as you see, it goes from an individual ancestor to a more broader and broader to include the entire ecosystem, the planet. So this is our practice, and the whole time we do this is also very new to us. So please help us evolve this beautiful practice of honoring our ancestor. So we'll begin here with incense offering. You'll hear a small sound. Then we can all stand up and then stand behind our cushion and then join our palms to our heart. And both that gesture also is symbolic of our heart, our wholeheartedness. Also, it helps us focus. So when your hand is together near your heart, your left hand and your right hand, you follow your breathing and stand beautifully in front of our ancestor. So it's also a practice of concentration. So don't let your mind go somewhere else, and don't let it get caught in thinking, but stand there fully present. And then those two hands near our heart, we express our whole sincerity. So please enjoy our practice this morning.
In gratitude, we offer this incense throughout space and time to our Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our true home. The one who bows and the one who is bowed to are both by nature empty. Therefore, the communication between them is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice center is the net of Indra, reflecting all Buddhas everywhere. And with my person in the of each Buddha, I go with my whole life for refuge. In gratitude to our mother and father who have given us life, we bow deeply before the three jewels in the 10 directions. In gratitude to our teachers who have shown us the way to love, understand and live deeply the present moment, we bow deeply before the three jewels in the 10 directions. In gratitude to our friends who guide us and support us, especially in difficult moments, we bow deeply before the three jewels in the 10 directions. gratitude to all beings in the animal, plant, and mineral worlds. We bow deeply before the three jewels in the 10 directions.
Please sit, enjoy our breathing as Diane will lead us in a native blessing.
when I look, I see myself in them.
The Buddha, the patriarchs, they are in me. And when I look, I see myself in them.
I am a continuation of my mother and my father.
I am a continuation of all my blood ancestors.
It is my aspiration to preserve and continue to nourish seeds of goodness,
Seeds of skill,
seeds of happiness which I have inherited. It also my desire to recognize the seeds of fear and suffering I have inherited, and bit by bit to transform them, transform them.
I am a continuation of the Buddha and the patriarchs. I am a continuation of all my spiritual teachers.
It is my deep aspiration to preserve, develop, and nourish seeds of understanding,
Seeds of love,
seeds of freedom which they have transmitted to me. In my daily life, I also want to sow seeds of love and compassion in my own consciousness and in the heart of all the people.
I am determined not to water the seeds of craving, aversion, and violence in me. I am determined not to water the seeds of craving, aversion, and violence in others.
With resolve and with compassion, I give rise to this aspiration. May my practice be an offering of the heart. May my practice be an offering of the heart.
I am a continuation of the Buddha and the patriarchs. I am a continuation of all my spiritual teachers.
It is my deep aspiration to preserve, develop, and nourish seeds of understanding,
Seeds of love,
seeds of freedom which they have transmitted to me. In my daily life, I also want to sow seeds of love and compassion in my own consciousness consciousness and in the heart of all the people.
I am determined not to water the seeds of craving, aversion, and violence in me. I am determined not to water the seeds of craving, aversion, and violence in others. With resolve and with compassion, I give rise to this aspiration. May my practice be an offering of the heart. May my practice be an offering of the heart. May my practice be an offering of the heart.
Dear Noble Sangha, now we'll have a chance to offer our precious objects to our ancestors. We invite Brother Phap Yong, Sister D, Brett, and Juliet to be the first four monastics and friends to offer first. And then for the rest of us, we can get in line just right behind them. So after Brother Phap Yong, Sister D, Brett, and Juliet offer their sacred objects to our ancestors, they will move toward the outsides of the hall, forming a big circle. And when you are done offering your objects, you can continue the circle as you move along. Yes. Thank you. With the next sounds of the small bell, we'll all stand up together. Dear friends, now we can move forward, and each altar on each side, two people can offer at the same time. So please, we can already move forward and get into two lines from each side. So if we're from over here, we can already move up. Dear friends, because we're a little bit running behind of time, we can offer our objects, and maybe when the ceremony is over, we can come up again and touch the earth to our ancestor afterward. We still have a lot of friends waiting for us. Thank you.
Dear beloved Thầy, dear beloved spiritual ancestors, land ancestors, blood ancestors. In Vietnamese, we have a teaching that wherever the children, the grandchildren are, the ancestors are there with us. When I decided to follow the spiritual path, the first night in Plum Village, I had a dream about my grandmother who had passed away 15 years before that. In my dream, she said to me, "My child, I suffered a lot in my life, but I've been able to overcome it. And you will also overcome your suffering." And I woke up and I realized that my grandmother never died. So our ancestors, our grandparents, parents, they never die. They're very alive in us. And they walk with us on this path. They bless us, they guide us, they support us. And our transformation and healing are the transformation, healing, and liberation of our ancestors. So let us chant this refrain together. We are remembering who we are, and who we are is beautiful. We are whole. We are remembering who we are. We are remembering
So, dear beloved community, now we will practice the walking meditation together. Please gather outside this big hall at the parking lot behind the big hall to practice walking meditation together. And then at 8 a.m. we will have breakfast together. And I would like